Okay, so as much as I want to start a podcast, because I feel like I'm a person who has a lot to say, for now, I'm going to suffice with just this video. But I have something I want to talk about, okay? And it just so happens that, yes, I'm wearing my vegan shirt today. But I've been following this person for a long time. And part of it was because they were and are very big into the yoga community, and part of it was because they're vegan. So this person, Yoga Girl, if you don't know, she is like a world-renowned yoga teacher, used to live in Aruba, now lives in Sweden. She was vegan for most of her adult life. She obviously is a yoga teacher, did, yoga workshops, travel, taught yoga, has a yoga studio, vegan restaurant in Aruba, and like a very strong online presence. And I've always looked up to her and admired her, was inspired by her. Not to say that I'm not anymore, but my reason for wanting to voice my feelings and share this is because she just came out with a podcast and a post saying that she's no longer vegan and she's joining the ex-vegan community. And oh my gosh, all these people coming out saying they're no longer vegan, they are ex-vegan, which again is just another label. But I think it hits deeper when it's somebody who's so in the spiritual community. And I just, as someone who's been doing yoga for a long time and who also is a yoga teacher, I feel like I not only embody the vegan principles of compassion, non-violence, like just that's how I live my life. I feel like I consciously and subconsciously choose to live as ethically as I can, which I guess is a subjective term, I guess, clearly. But in terms of a yogic principle, which I find I strive to live by, is ahimsa. That's a huge tenet in yoga. And I can't understand how somebody who also went vegan because they cared about the ethical treatment of animals, also is very into yoga and the yogic world, yogic sphere, would stop being vegan, for XYZ, and choose to break that tenet of ahimsa and start eating meat. And so I listened to her podcast, and I can link it. It's only like 58 minutes long because I really wanted to hear her out. And she made some good points. I will give her that. But I have like a whole response video just ready to just talk about because of her coming out with this information and why she's no longer vegan and her story about how that happened. And one of the things that I'm finding with people who aren't vegan or who were vegan and stopped being vegan is that they want to be closer to the earth. They want to live a sustainable lifestyle. They want to be more in tune with nature. They want to be more in tune with their bodies. I'm all for that. But where does that involve slaughtering animals? Granted, the mass slaughter of animals in our modern day agricultural world is a huge issue, which there is no ethical thing about that. Not to the animals, not to the workers and employees, nothing. Okay, so that's besides the point, because what Rachel, Yoga Girl, is saying is that, more people need to be homesteading. More people need to get back to our roots, get back into nature and the cyclical nature of everything, right? And grow food in the ground and raise animals and slaughter them at the end of their life. Also, when people say that, hunters, I hunt because I do it ethically because I hunt animals and I only kill the older ones, or farmers. Some that, do kill their own animals for themselves and their family. They say, I kill them when they're older and close to the end. Who are we to choose that for animals? How do we know when animals are actually nearing their end date, if you will? How is that ethical? Just because we're giving them a chance to live? Slaughter is still slaughter. Unless you can actually talk to an animal and tell me and confirm for me that they don't want to be killed, it's still unethical. Just as if we killed a human being who didn't want to be killed. Still unethical. I don't normally go on rants like this or, want to promote veganism in this way. I don't feel like I'm promoting veganism. I'm just trying to make a point here in terms of this response to her video or her podcast, because she also said that she started noticing she wasn't healthy for whatever reason. Also, when she was pregnant and had her first child, she also noticed that her body's needs were changing and she just didn't feel healthy as a vegan. Okay, so granted, there are ways you can be vegan and pregnant and be breastfeeding. I have multiple people I know who've done it successfully. And the American Dietetic Association already confirmed that veganism, a well-planned, prepared, executed vegan diet, is healthy through any life stage, including pregnancy and breastfeeding. Okay, there we go. We got that to back it up. So whether or not you need to change something in your diet or add more of this, less of that, do that. Just plan it. There are so many beautiful and amazing plant foods out there. And all the vegans who say, oh, I need to go back to eating fish for omegas, start sprouting chia seed. There are so much nutrients in food. We just have to know the right way of growing the food and quality soil. I mean, that's huge because of the problem with our soil now, at least in America. But it's just the education is out there, the research is out there. We just is it because we get lazy and just think, oh no, I should just do the conventional thing and start eating meat, whatever. But that's what I'm saying. I just feel like maybe that was an excuse of hers. I don't know. That's my opinion, right? But she said something about processed meat and Beyond Meat, Impossible Meat, which is very processed and has a lot of ingredients. Yeah, I don't think it's great. I don't think we should be eating that. Maybe once in a while, go for it. It's fun to be able to eat a vegan burger and feel like we're, eating guilt-free vegan junk food. But I don't think it's healthy for us. And if somebody was eating that and felt unhealthy, then sure, yeah, they shouldn't be eating it.